All right, hello, beautiful people. My name is Jessica from Prospect Park Tarot, and I'm here to deliver to you your monthly reading for the month of August 2020. And before I get started, I would just like to admit that I actually did try to record your tarot message yesterday, but I actually did 4 takes of 4 different messages for the Sagittarius people, but every time I did it, I had some kind of massive brain fart, as if I couldn't think, as if I couldn't really decipher the messages that were coming through from the card. So I just decided that it would just be best for me to step away from the camera for a while and come back today and to deliver you guys a message that is of quality and that has my full brain capacity, right? So as I was meditating on the Sagittarius energy for the month of August 2020, the main message that I got was to trust your timing, okay? And I got the feeling that if you felt like you were having delays, like I felt like I was, if you felt like you were suspended in time, like you kept trying to get something done, but it didn't matter how much effort you put towards it, it didn't really reciprocate in the manifestation of whatever process you had. There's this feeling of respecting your timing, of understanding that although we want something to happen right now, that doesn't mean it will. Especially for the Sagittarius people, you guys are the conquerors, you guys are the travelers, you guys are the researchers. So when it comes to mastery of knowledge, it doesn't matter how quickly you attain information, it's about the time you take to apply that information. So right now, if you feel like time just isn't on your side, this is the time to study, this is the time to rest, this is the time to heal, so that when it is time, your seeds are already planted, and then you can begin reaping when the time comes. So without further ado, I think that's enough of an introduction for all of us. We will just jump right into this message, and let's get started. All right, thank you so much, Spirit, for using me as a vessel to transmit those messages that you believe the Sagittarius people should be receiving at this time. I ask for confidence, I ask for clarity, and I ask for cohesion as we embark upon this reading for the Sagittarius Sun, Moon, and Rising people for the month of August 2020. All right, we are ready to begin. Let me just add this one more card back into the deck. And now the reading will begin once the first card falls. All right, thank you so much. Let's get started. Thank you so much. So we have 2 cards that immediately came out. Oh, 3 cards actually. Cool. All right, so the first card we have is the Ace of Swords. Is there something you want to say? Is there something you want to share? Is there an idea that you want to implement? This Ace of Swords talks about the birth of a new idea, the birth of a new courage to express ourselves and express the ideas that we have in our mind. So as it pertains to that, definitely begin to share whatever it is that you have to share, no matter how small, no matter how trivial. There's this feeling of just communicate, just so you get it out of your head. Right after that, we have the Hermit card in the present position. I've definitely been picking up on the Hermit energy a lot for the Sagittarius people. The vibe I was getting was that there was a need for healing. There was a need to take time and to process whatever information we've gotten from the past months or the past years. And with the Hermit energy, I definitely get the feeling that you guys may have been connecting closer to God, or you have been trying to connect closer to what makes your heart sing, about what fulfills you deeply. And this Hermit energy definitely gives me the feeling of somebody who is connected within, so they can begin to manifest it without in their outside world, in reality. And then the next one we have is the Ace of Cups. So you have 2 aces with the Hermit in the middle. It definitely gives me the feeling like if you spent a lot of time alone, if you spent a lot of time keeping to yourself, from that time you spent alone, you have something to share with the world now. And it also looks like the Ace of Cups. So that could be a new love relationship. You might be opening your heart more than you were before. This might be a new creative endeavor. Finally, you got that idea for something you want to write, or something you want to paint, or a job you want to have, or maybe creating some kind of vision board. But there's this feeling of something makes my heart sing. And not only do I want to say it, but I want to create it as well. So let's continue and let's keep going. Also, I know we already started the reading, but I just want to tell you guys how I go about these readings. Basically, I read every card as it is individually. That way you guys can follow along, and if there's a correlation that I miss, you guys can do that for yourself. And then I also read all of the cards, the whole 9-card spread as a whole, to see whatever advice or messages Spirit wants to have to come out to you guys, basically. All right, let's continue. Thank you so much. So we have the Knight of Cups energy. It's under the Ace of Swords, okay? So definitely, as it pertains to the ways in which you express yourself, I feel like there's somebody who is interested in what you have to offer to the world. So I know this is COVID season, so we're not going out a lot these days, you feel me? But even if it means calling your friends up and saying, hey, I miss you, or logging back into social media, or interacting more and sharing your opinions and sharing whatever quirks you have. I definitely feel like you might have a suitor that really likes what you have to share, somebody who likes the ideas you have, and somebody who may even be able to add to those. So with this Knight of Cups, I definitely get the feeling of you are attracting somebody, just by what you say. You don't have to do much. You just got to be yourself in that regard. What is the heart of the reading for the Sagittarius people? What is at the heart of your reading? Thank you so much. Wow, another ace, you guys. We have 3 aces. So you guys are beginning to begin anew. Last month's mid-month energy, it definitely talked about the Sagittarius energy feeling a bit raw, feeling like they were kind of coming up from some kind of tower moment and beginning to try to stand up on their feet. And that's the same feeling I'm getting here. It's still giving me that slow energy that facilitates healing and that facilitates growth, that doesn't rush any kind of energy. So in the heart of your reading, you have the Ace of Pentacles. So as it pertains to the ideas that you have and the things that you are creating of those ideas, there's a potential to make money. If you are thinking about starting a business or restarting a business after a long time of meditation and trying to figure out what's best for me, what's the best way for me to continue, I definitely feel like that idea is coming towards you, and you are taking the idea of charging very seriously. You're taking the idea of placing the value of the gifts that you offer to this world. And I feel like you're not taking it lightly, but you definitely have a business opportunity. You have a job opportunity. There's something here that you can think of, or that you have the audacity to reach for, that has the ability to give you some kind of value from it, some kind of wealth. Let's continue. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Okay, so the next one we have is the Page of Swords. All right, so with the Page of Swords, I get the energy of somebody who is definitely doing their research, somebody who is definitely trying to come up with new ideas. Maybe there's something you did before, or maybe there's something that the world is doing and you kind of want to do it a little differently, or that you want to go about a new situation differently, maybe a little more innovatively. So with this Page of Swords right here, it's this energy of I want to be better for something, because after these things that I've been through, or after these things that didn't work out the way I wanted to, I want to find a strategy that works better this time around. And that's what I'm getting with this Page of Swords energy. Also, this can be someone in your life, whether it's a child or whether it's a friend that you have, but this person has a very, a very concentrated energy about them, a very sterile energy about them, not to be too cold, but in a way that they receive information and they're a little detached from the emotions. They only care about the logic about a situation. But I feel like as it pertains to this person, they can lead you towards whatever wealth you are coming towards. They may give you business advice. They maybe give you job interview advice. They may give you advice on what new books to read to begin to open up your imagination so that you can begin to think a little more broadly about the world around you. I love this, guys. All right, let's continue. Wow, so we had 2 come out at once. Definitely, guys, you have some kind of attention near you. If you're starting to come out of your shell a little bit, if you're starting to break free from that cocoon a little bit, you're being welcomed in with open arms. Remember that nobody's excluding you from the world. It is important that we take our times to rest and heal, but when it is time to come back up and when we feel like we are ready to come back up, a lot of times we can trick ourselves into thinking, there's no space for me, or oh, I can't come back in. I did this and it didn't work. How am I supposed to reemerge? But with the Six of Wands right here, it's saying there's something about you. There's something about the things that you want to say. There's something about the quirks that you have. This is not about being normal. This is not about fitting in. This is about talking about the things that interest you and sharing them with people. Because right under that, remember, we had the Knight of Cups, and then you have the Six of Wands. There are people who want to hear what you have to say. Maybe you were studying a topic. Maybe you were studying a hobby, and slowly, inch by inch, you're ready to start sharing. And when you're ready to start sharing, you realize that people want to see what you have to share, that people care about the contributions that you have to our society as a whole. And then right after that, we have the Chariot card. Okay, you guys, August 2020 is looking like self-expression for you, but it's looking like concerted self-expression with taking steps, basically to keep yourself balanced through everything, because I'm still getting this feeling of I'm just now coming out of this hermit mode, okay? I'm just now stepping back into reality, whatever that may look like for me. So when we're stepping back into this Chariot energy, it's the feeling of balancing each side of myself, giving your anxiety grace, giving the parts of yourself grace that maybe forgot how to interact in certain ways in this part of the world, and also encouraging the other side of yourself that says they want to share, that says they're ready to go. It's balancing both sides of yourself so that you can be able to move forward in a way that satisfies your journey and that satisfies your timeline. There's nothing to be rushed here. These are 3 aces that you guys have. You're starting anew. All right, and what is the last card for this spread for the Sagittarius people for the month of August 2020? Thank you so much. The last one we have is the 3 of Cups. This is beautiful, guys. I definitely, if you've been feeling like you've been keeping to yourself, as if you needed time to yourself, there's this vibe that I'm getting. There's this feeling that I'm getting of you may begin to start meeting your tribe, or you may begin to start meeting people that satisfy the person that you were becoming after whatever rest you've taken. This doesn't look like a giant party. This looks like people who nurture you, people who have your back, people who nurture your dreams and nurture whatever ideas you have, no matter how outlandish or creative or innovative they are. But it's a feeling of being supported. This could be on the internet. This could be through the books you read, through whatever people you follow on the internet, or this could be your genuine friends and you guys are reconnecting and you guys are really understanding how you all work together. And the underlying energy you guys have is the 7 of Swords. Very interesting. Very interesting for underlying energy. And I say that because the whole spread looks like the genesis of your energy. It looks like somebody finally taking steps to move out of a certain cocoon. But with the 7 of Swords, I'm getting a little bit of hesitation. And I'm getting a little bit of, I'm taking this darkness with me out in the sun, because that's the environment that I'm used to. There's this feeling of share what you have to share, but don't share too much. Don't get too ahead of yourself, because there also may be people who want to talk to you for your ideas because they want your ideas to make them feel like they know something, but you guys are the ones who did the work. You guys are the ones who are taking your time and who took the time. So there's also this feeling to protect your ideas, not necessarily to rush out and say, I'm a new person, I'm ready to go, but just to say, you know, I'm feeling more into whatever I'm becoming. I'm feeling more into the person that I'm becoming. So I'm going to say things that kind of align with the energies that I'm feeling, but I'm not yelling them just yet, because it's going to take me a little time and it's going to take me a little practice. So definitely with the 7 of Swords energy, I'm getting the feeling of take your time and take caution, but also be aware of any anxieties that tell you that you need to recluse back into yourself. I can't necessarily say that that you should go all out, because there's also this feeling of timing and taking your time and respecting urges that say, let's look at this a little bit longer. Let's perfect this a little bit longer. Not to be a perfectionist, but to respect our craft. A lot of times in society, we will trick each other into thinking that we have to do everything yesterday. And that's not true, especially for the Sagittarius people. Especially if you feel like you found your purpose or you're on your way to finding your purpose. Your timing is very important. And how much you value your craft and how much you value your peace is very important. So definitely take care of your energy. Take care of whatever ideas you have. Take care of whatever hobbies that you have. Don't necessarily hide them from society, but make sure that in the way that you roll out whatever new being you're coming into, do that in a way that satisfies your growth and that satisfies the healing that you've done these past months. All right, so that is the tarot cards reading. Let's get into your oracle cards and see what the oracles want to say to you all. We're going to get 3 of these and 1 of the Divine Feminine oracles, and we will wrap up your reading after that. Thank you so much. That's 2. Let's get 1 more, please, and thank you. Okay, we got 5, and we're just going to keep all of them. Whatever. Thank you so much, Spirit, for all of these beautiful cards for the Sagittarius people. All right, the first one says, you equals tight ass. Loosen the fuck up. Control freaks don't get laid. So if there's something you want to say that you're a little hesitant about expressing yourself, people respect authenticity more than they respect normalcy and banality. So don't be afraid to share parts of yourself that you feel like people won't receive all the way, because if they don't receive it, they're not your tribe. We don't care about them. But there are people out there that are waiting for friends like you. So in order for them to find you, they need to hear how you think, they need to hear how you speak, and they need to hear the ideas that you have so you guys can begin to connect. The next one says, get the fuck outside, move your ass. Your body's pissed at you. So whatever that means for you guys, you'll understand that message better than I will. The next one says, stop sleeping so damn much. Wake up. You are missing some cool shit. These first 3 cards definitely give me the feeling of come out of your shell a little bit. Come out of your shell a little bit. All right, so the next one says, you are talented and fucking amazing, period. The world needs your power. Use your voice. Just don't use it for dumb shit. Guys, I think you're ready. I think you are definitely cracking that egg. You are cracking open that cocoon and you are ready to blossom. Whatever it is that you want to say, it doesn't matter if it's a big thing you want to say or a small thing that you want to say. Just test the waters, get out there. Just get out there, share your ideas. Be yourselves kind of energy. So the last one says, shit is going down with your job. Reevaluate, change your perspective, or fucking quit. You'll understand how that applies to your certain life, but definitely your values and your uniqueness and your authenticity, the world wants to see that right now. And Spirit is saying, you've spent so much time finding yourself. Let's see what that looks like when we apply it to reality, when we apply it to society. What do you look like on paper, you know, on camera, in front of your friends? Thank you so much. So the Divine Feminine Oracle that we pulled out is Lilith or Lilith. I'm not too sure. This is the card right here. She's very beautiful. So it says, the first woman. I am the voice of my body and soul. I choose the life that I desire to live. Period. This card actually comes with a booklet. So I'm going to find the meaning of this card really quickly. And then we will wrap your reading up for good, you guys. Just give me 1 second to find it. And I will read it word for word, so give me 1 second and give me grace if I mess up on these words. All right, let's get started. So this card asks, what would happen if you left everything behind? She wonders what prevents you from getting to experience all that you desire. Is it you? Is it an idea of someone you have to be? Is it society's definition of what it means to be a woman? This card asks the questions that sometimes never fully reach the light of consciousness. This card is unclaimed. She is the ruler of her body and soul, and she reminds us that we are too. And not only that, we have the sacred obligation to be the body's fierce protector. If I were entirely equal to everyone else, to every man and every angel, what would I choose for my life? If I see myself as worthy, as the first woman ever created by the divine, what more would I ask for? Am I living the life I desire? Am I actually fulfilled sexually in my current relationship? Are there aspects of my sexuality that I haven't been able to face and voice? This card refused to settle. She answered all these questions within her and took action on the truth she uncovered. This card demanded that she meet with what she really desired, and she's here to demand that we all do the same. That's amazing, guys. There's a truth that you're owning up to, and it's a beautiful truth, guys. And whatever truth that it is that you guys are owning up to, you will be supported. Don't be afraid to take your time, but don't be afraid to reach out either. All right, thank you so much, Sagittarius people. I'm so glad I waited to do this reading for you because this is way better than I could have imagined. That is all for you guys. I hope you have a great day and a great rest of your month, and we will speak soon. All right, goodbye.